The one constant through all the years, Ray, has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come, Ray. People will most definitely come.
All right. Well, good evening, everybody. Hopefully, everybody comes into the stream to watch some games being played. Clue, first one into the park. Thank you, Clue, and hello, David. Um, I'm just gonna kind of do this on the fly, and I was gonna play Lehigh Dallas. I thought John DFW was gonna be around, but since he disappeared on me, I'm gonna go ahead and since Clue's here and we haven't done his game yet, we're gonna play Liverpool at Cleveland. So, hey, Will, welcome by. Carlos, welcome in. David, we've already said hi to you, David. I'm not saying hi to you again. All right, so we're going to play Liverpool at Cleveland since Clue's here. And that way he gets to watch his team play. Hey, MV, welcome by. All right, we're at Forbes Field tonight for the game between Liverpool and Cleveland. Christy Mathewson is going to take the mound. He's got 15 starts already this year. He's 11-4 with an ERA of 2.54. It's his first start against Cleveland. He'll be opposed by Frank Owen for Cleveland. He's made 10 starts and is 5-5 with an ERA of 4.23. It's his first start against Liverpool. It's 84 degrees and the wind speed is 16 miles per hour left to right.
Play ball.
All right, so the lineup for Liverpool, leading off is going to be Brett Butler, batting second, Dan Bruthers, Chipper Jones batting third, Kevin Mitchell will be batting cleanup, Joey Votto in the fifth spot, Joe Morgan in sixth spot, Mike Piazza will be batting seventh, batting eighth will be Jackie Jensen, and batting ninth, shortstop Robin Yount. Carl Yastrzemski will be in left field for the Indians, Fred Lynn in center field, Dwight Evans in right field. Andres Galarraga will be at first. Bill Mazeroski will be his second base. Hanley Ramirez, shortstop. Jose Pagan, third base. Carlton Fisk will be catching tonight, and he'll be receiving the pitches from Frank Owen, who's started 10 games this season so far. He's got 78 and 2/3 innings pitched, 90 hits, 37 earned runs, 13 of those were home runs. He struck out 38, walked 19. He's got an ERA of 4.23, 5 wins, 5 losses. Let's play ball. Here's the pitch to Butler. And Butler, and I forgot to go through Butler's stats, I apologize, was struck out. So we'll get him next time he comes. That brings up Dan Bruthers, batting second with a 2.29 ERA. The first pitch from Owen to Bruthers, and this is deep into right field to the wall in the corner. Caught by Evans for the second out. Chipper Jones just comes up to bat now. He's batting .336 this season. Solid average for Jones. He's got 5 home runs so far. He'll take the pitch from Owen, and it's a grounder down the baseline. Galarraga will pick this up. Oh, he tosses over to Owen, who's covering off the mound, but Galarraga made an error, a throwing error, and Owen unable to glove that, so Jones reaches on an error. That will bring up Kevin Mitchell. Kevin Mitchell batting .266. He's got 4 home runs and 21 RBIs. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Mitchell. And this is deep into left field. Excuse me. Yastrzemski all the way over. Makes the grab in the corner for the 3rd out. Fantastic running play there by Carl Yastrzemski. Let's look at the lineup for Cleveland Indians. Dwight Evans will lead it off. He'll be followed by Carl Taylor. Hanley Ramirez batting 3rd. Fred Lynn will be cleanup. Carl Yastrzemski batting 5th. Andres Galarraga will be batting 6th. Jose Pagan will be batting 7th. Carlton Fisk batting 8th. And rounding out the batting order, Bill Mazeroski. I'm going to stop broadcasting games with these types of names in the field. Kevin Mitchell will be in left field for the Liverpool Baseball Club. Brett Butler will be center field. Jackie Jensen will be in right field. At first is Joey Votto. Joe Morgan will be playing second. Robin Yount, shortstop. Chipper Jones will be at third. Mike Piazza will be behind the plate catching for Liverpool, and he'll be receiving the tosses from Christy Mathewson. Christy Mathewson with 15 games started this season, 127 and 2/3 innings pitched, 105 hits, only 36 earned runs, 11 of those were home runs. He's struck out a whopping 106 batters so far this season, only walked 32. He's got a 2.54 ERA, 11 wins, 4 losses. He'll lead it off against Dwight Evans, who's batting .200 this season. Here's the pitch to Evans, and this is into center field. Butler goes back. He'll make the grab for the 1st out. Welcome, Night Raven. All right, that's going to bring up Carl Taylor, batting a .364 average this season, 4 home runs. Here's the pitch to Taylor, and he goes down on strikes. So even with that big batting average, Christy Mathewson able to knock him out. That's 2 outs now for the Indians, who brings Hanley Ramirez up to the plate. He's batting .229. He's got 5 home runs so far this season. From Mathewson to Ramirez, and this is deep into left field. This is high. This is deep. Off the wall. Mitchell will grip it off the bounce. Ramirez walks into second base. It's his 6th double of the season. So the Indians now have a runner on second base with 2 outs, and Fred Lynn, center fielder for the Indians, is up to bat, batting at .228 with 23 RBIs and 6 home runs. The pitch to Lynn. He gets walked. So now Cleveland has runners on 1st and 2nd. Mathewson will face off against Carl Yastrzemski. He's only batting a .187 this season, 7 home runs and 15 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Yastrzemski, and he gets walked. So Mathewson, after giving up the double, walks 2 in a row to fill the bases. And I forgot to mute this thing. I should have done that. So I'll do that now. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure that doesn't keep popping up while we're playing the game. All right, so Andre Galarraga, who's batting a .228, 22 RBIs and 8 home runs, has a runner right there on third trying to knock in some more RBIs. Here's the pitch, and it's a bounder down third base to Jones. He fires over to Votto. It's a close play, not in time. So Galarraga with an RBI infield single. Chipper Jones unable to get to that ball fast enough. Jose Pagan now comes up, batting .222 with 9 RBIs. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Pagan, and he goes down on strikes. Mathewson ends the inning on the strikeout, but not before the Indians score 1 run off of 2 hits. No errors committed by Liverpool. We go to the top of 2, where Joey Votto will lead it off for the Liverpool Baseball Club, batting .270 this season, 7 home runs. The 1-2 pitch to Votto. He goes down on strikes. That brings up Joe Morgan, who's batting .236, 4 home runs. Here's the pitch to Joe Morgan, and this is into center field. Lynn tracks to his left. He gets underneath that for the grab, and Frank Owen injured himself on that pitch. He's out of the game. So they will bring in Ed Walsh to pitch for the injured Owen. Ed Walsh with 42 innings pitched, 47 hits, 25 earned runs. 3 of those were home runs. Struck out 40, walked 16, has a 5.36 ERA, 2 wins, 2 losses. He comes in just in time to see Mike Piazza, who's batting .239 this season. This is going to be hit to Ramirez at shortstop, who fires over to first base for the final out to end the inning. We go to the bottom of 2. Indians lead 1-0. For the Indians, we're going to see batters 8, 9, and then wrap around to 1. That's Carlton Fisk will lead that off, batting .241 with 5 home runs so far this year. Mathewson to Fisk. This is going to get Joe Morgan at second. He makes a great grab, fires over to Votto, who gloves it for the first out. Bill Mazeroski comes up. He's batting 9th in the lineup, 196 average, 5 home runs. The pitch to Mazeroski. This is deep into left field, high and deep. Another one off the wall. It's going to be another double for the Indians as Bill Mazeroski walks into second. Mitchell just fires it into third to make sure he holds him there at 2. And now with a runner on second and only 1 out, Dwight Evans comes up. He's back up for his second at bat, and this is going to get into left field. A liner to Mitchell, who makes the grab. No, he does not. It was not in his glove. It hit the ground just before he caught it. So a single for Evans allows Bill Mazeroski to get to third. So now Indians with only 1 out have runners on the corners. This is another situation where you would think Mathewson, with his stats, is just going to be firing on all cylinders and holding the Indians where they'd be struggling to do anything. But right now, they're kind of running the game. So to Taylor, who's his second appearance tonight, Yount will pick this up, fire to Morgan at second. Morgan fires over to 1. That's a double play to end the inning. No run is going to score on that. So we're going to go to the top of 3. And for Liverpool, we're going to see Jensen, Yount, and then back around to Butler. Jackie Jensen batting .210 this season. And this is going to get to Mazeroski at second. He fires over to Galarraga for the first out. Robin Yount, .242 this season, 1 home run. The 0-1 pitch to Yount. And this is going to be a grounder to Galarraga. He'll pick it up, run it to the bag himself for the second out. Ed Walsh now faces off against Butler. Back to the top of the lineup for Liverpool. Butler is 0 for 1 so far tonight. He's facing the 0-2 pitch. This is going to get... Oh, wow, Mazeroski. What a grab. That looked like it was going to get into center field, but Mazeroski able to get over there in time to grab that on a backhand to end that inning for the third out. So we go to the bottom of 3. Indians still leading 1-0. Hanley Ramirez comes up. His second appearance tonight for the Indians. He's 1 for 1. And he bunts to get on base. Piazza will pick that up. Fire over to Morgan, who's going to cover the bag for the first out. Fred Lynn, who got walked his last at bat, he'll step in, and this is going to be a fly to shallow left field. Mitchell will come up, make the grab for the second out. Carl Yastrzemski, who also got walked his last at bat. Mathewson, 0-2 pitch to Yastrzemski. It's a drop third strike. Piazza picks it up, fires over to 1 to get the third out and end the inning. We go to the top of 4, where Dan Bruthers will lead it off for Liverpool. Liverpool hitless so far in this game. The pitch to Bruthers, and there's the hit. So right after I say it, we get a ball into right field for a single, and that will bring Chipper Jones, who's 0 for 1 so far tonight. No outs, runner on first. Bruthers is off and running. Fisk will fire to Ramirez, who's going to cover the bag at second. Bruthers under the tag. That's his 6th stolen base this season. Chipper Jones with the 0-1 count. And it's going to be a grounder to Galarraga. He'll pick this up, run it to the bag himself. Bruthers advances to third. So that's as good as a sack bunt there for Chipper Jones. Gets that runner advanced. Mitchell is up to bat now. He's 0 for 1 tonight. The tying run right there on third for Mitchell with only one out.
Strike three.
And he goes down on strikes. Oh, what a bad time to strike out there. Could have tied the game up. So now it's up to Joey Votto, who's 0 for 1 tonight, to get that tying run in. The pitch to Votto. It's a full count. And this is a big fly ball into right center field. This is going to get every. Oh, it's gone. That was higher and deeper than it looked. Joey Votto with a 2 RBI home run, 420 feet into right center field. What a big hit by Joey Votto. And thanks to that, Liverpool now leads 2-1. Joe Morgan, who's 0 for 1 tonight, will follow that home run. And it's going to be a grounder to Mazeroski at second. He fires to first. Galarraga will glove that for the third out. We go to the bottom of 4, where Cleveland now trails by 1. Speaking of Galarraga, he's up to bat. He's 1 for 1. He singled. He's on the infield single.
Strike three.
But he goes down on strikes this time. Big change up there by Mathewson to strike out Galarraga. Now he's going to face off against Pagan. Jose Pagan, who's 0 for 1.
Ball four.
And he's going to
Second
get walked by
base.
Mathewson. So Mathewson just issued his third walk of the game. Now we'll see Carlton Fisk come up to the plate. Carlton Fisk is also 0 for 1 so far. And it's going to be a grounder to Yount. Yount will fire to Morgan at second. Morgan over to Votto at first. Another double play for the Liverpool Baseball Club to end that inning. We go to the top of 5. Liverpool 2, Indians 1. Liverpool with 2 hits so far in the game. The Indians have 4 hits. Indians also have an error. Liverpool error-free. Mike Piazza will lead it off for Liverpool. And here's the pitch to Piazza. This is going to be a grounder to Mazeroski at second. He fires over to Galarraga. That's the first out. Jackie Jensen, who's 0 for 1. From Walsh to Jensen. And this is going to be high fly ball into center field. Lynn gets under that one for the second out. Robin Yount, who's 0 for 1 this evening. The first pitch from Walsh to Yount. A grounder to Pagan. He fires over to first. That's gloved for the third out. We go off to the bottom of 5 as Liverpool goes down 1-2-3. Cleveland will see Bill Mazeroski lead them off, and then they'll go back to the top of their lineup. Bill Mazeroski is 1 for 1. He doubled off the wall in his last at bat. And this is going to be a hard grounder to Morgan at second. He'll pick it up. Fire to Votto for the first out. Dwight Evans, 1 for 2 tonight. The pitch from Mathewson to Evans on the 0-2 pitch, and he strikes him out. Big swing and a miss there for Evans. Carl Taylor will now stroll up to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Mathewson to Taylor, and he goes down on strikes. 2 big strikeouts there by Mathewson to help end that inning. We go to the top of 6. Liverpool still leads the Indians 2-1. Brett Butler, followed by Bruthers, and then Chipper Jones for Liverpool. Brett Butler, who's 0 for 2, leads it off for Liverpool in this inning. It's a grounder down the first baseline. Galarraga will pick that up. Walsh is covering the bag off the mound. He gets the underhand toss from Galarraga. That's the first out. Dan Bruthers, 1 for 2. Grounded a single in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch to Bruthers, and a big, hard shot to Mazeroski at second, but he's able to field that and get it over to 1 for the second out. Chipper Jones 0 for 2. He's on an 8-game hitting streak, looking to keep that alive. Here's the the pitch to Jones, but he goes down on strikes, so he'll have to try and keep that hitting streak alive the next time he's at bat. All right. We go to the bottom of 6. Cleveland will see batters 3, 4, and 5 this inning. Hanley Ramirez will lead it off for the Indians. He's 1 for 2. He doubled off the wall in the first and then bunted to the catcher.
Strike 3.
And now he goes down on strikes. So Mathewson just issued his 7th strikeout of the game. And now faces off against Fred Lynn, who's 0 for 1. He was walked once. This time it's a grounder to Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones fires across the diamond. That's the second out. And now Fred Lynn is injured. So Cleveland needs to get themselves a new trainer. That's the second injury for Cleveland. And we're not even through the 6th inning yet. Carl Yastrzemski comes up, 0 for 1. He also got walked earlier. This time it's a high pop-up down the foul line on first base. Morgan will run over to make that grab deep behind first base for the third out. We go to the top of 7. And I am just taking a quick... we have not gotten the center fielder yet. Let's see who comes in to play center field. It's going to be Ellis Burks will come in for the injured player for Cleveland. In the meantime, Kevin Mitchell will lead it off for Liverpool here in the top of 7.
Ball.
And Mitchell gets the walk, a leadoff walk issued by Walsh, as Joey Votto, who knocked in that 2 RBI home run his last at bat into right center field, is back up to the plate. Here's the pitch to Votto. And this is going to get, a liner to Mazeroski, who then tries to fire over to 1 to catch Galarrago. Thought he was off, but he wasn't off the plate, off the base as far as they thought. He was able to get back in time, was unable to double him up. So with 1 out, Galarrago still stands on first. Mitchell still stands on first. Joe Morgan comes up 0 for 2 tonight. Fisk will go out and talk to Walsh. The pitch to Morgan. High pop up to second baseman Mazeroski. He goes back to the grass, gets under that, makes the grab for the second out. Runner still standing on first as Mike Piazza comes up. The pitch to Piazza. It's a wild pitch. It's going to get past Fisk, so Mitchell scrambles off to second. So Mike Piazza with a 3-0 count takes the pitch from Walsh. And this is going to be a nice grounder into right field. Mitchell will round third and come home. Piazza not able to turn that into a double, but he gets an RBI single with that big hit into right field. Liverpool now leads by 3-1. Jackie Jensen, 0 for 2. And we're going to get a pitching change from the bullpen. We're going to see Chuck Hartenstein, who's got 5 innings pitched this season, 6 hits, 3 home runs, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He's got a 7.20 ERA, and he has no decisions on the win, loss, or save column. To Jensen as Piazza takes off. Oh, wow. Hartenstein comes off the mound to field that. We go to the 7th inning stretch. All right, we're back from the 7th inning stretch. Mike came in. I didn't see you. Hi, Mike. Well, welcome. We're at the bottom of 7, where Liverpool leads 3-1. Liverpool with 3 hits, no errors. Indians, 4 hits, 1 error, as Andre Galarraga leads it off for the Cleveland Indians. Jeff Heath is coming in to play left field. Kurt Flood to play center field. So Liverpool putting on some defensive adjustments to try and keep this lead here in the bottom of 7. Mathewson to Galarraga. It's a deep fly ball to left field. This one's high, deep, and gone. A solo shot for Andre Galarraga. And that brings Cleveland to within 1. That's a 365 shot to left center field. Cleveland now only trails by 1. Mathewson remains on the mound with 91 pitches so far this game. Now faces off against Jose Pagan. 1-2 pitch leads to a strikeout. Big swing and a miss by Pagan. Carlton Fisk, the catcher for Cleveland, the 8th batter in the lineup, now steps in. He's 0 for 2. Mathewson to Fisk, and it's a grounder. Morgan will pick that one up. Toss it over to Votto at first. That's the second out. The final batter in the lineup for the Cleveland Indians, Bill Mazeroski. He's 1 for 2. He doubled off the wall back in the second inning. The pitch to Bill Mazeroski. It's a deep fly ball to center field. Flood to his left to make the grab. That's the third out. Liverpool able to hold on to the lead, but the Indians close that gap up by 1 with one run on one hit. Off of one hit. Robin Yount will lead it off for Liverpool here in the top of 8. Yount is 0 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. This is going to be a liner, a hard liner to left field. Yastrzemski is able to field that one on that nice hard shot in the left field by Yount. We go to the top of the lineup for Liverpool, and we see Curt Flood come up. Curt Flood, who came in as a defensive adjustment, is going to see his first pitch of the game tonight. It's a full count to Flood, and he gets the free pass. And that brings up Dan Bruthers, who's 1 for 3. He grounded a single in the 4th inning. Now he has a runner on first. Not taking a very big lead. Probably no threat to steal there, and he's not going to, but this is going to be a foul shot into the stands down first baseline, into the right field stands. So Dan Bruthers remains at the plate with a 1-2 count. Flood on first. Here's the pitch to Bruthers, and he's going to get the walk. So Hartenstein walks Bruthers. Now we have runners on first and second for Liverpool as Chipper Jones comes up. He's hitless so far this evening. But we're going to have Roy Face come in to pitch. Let's take a look at him. Roy's got 8 innings pitched, 9 hits, 1 home run, 5 earned runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. He's got a 5.63 ERA, 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 save so far in this season. The pitch to Jones. It's a grounder to Mazeroski. He'll pitch it over to Ramirez, who's covering second. He fires to Galarraga. They turn the double play to end the inning. We go to the bottom of 8. No runs, no hits, no errors for Cleveland, who's at the top of the lineup. Dwight Evans will start him off. He lined a single in the second. Cleveland down by 1. And Mike Kingery is going to pinch hit for Dwight Evans. This is going to be a grounder up towards second base. Morgan gets over there, fields that, cleanly fires over to Votto for the first out. All right, Carl Taylor steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Mathewson to Taylor, and this is going to get into left field for a single. So Taylor gets his first hit of the night. That'll drop in front of Heath. So with the runner on first, still trailing by 1, Hanley Ramirez comes up, who's 1 for 3. And the pitch to Ramirez. Oh, a big shot. Oh, a 2 RBI home run for Hanley Ramirez off of Christy Mathewson. Gives the Cleveland Indians their lead back. That's a 405-footer over left field wall, just there, just this side of the foul pole. So now the Indians are back in the lead. That's the second home run we've seen for Cleveland since Liverpool made their defensive adjustments. And now Ellis Burks, who's one of those defensive adjustments for Cleveland, that comes up. Mathewson to Burks, and this is a fly ball in left field. Heath will come up, make the grab for the second out. Carl Yastrzemski, 0 for 2. The pitch, and this is going to get into right field, and they're going to fire to second, but Yastrzemski's in there under the tag in time. It's his 5th double of the season. Batter number 6 for Cleveland, Andre Galarraga, batting 2 for 3 tonight. He singled on the had an infield single in the first, and then he hit a solo homer in the 7th. He struck out in the 4th. With that runner on second, the pitch to Galarraga, and this is going to be a liner to Yount. He'll make the grab for the third out. Now we go to the top of 9. Liverpool now trailing by 1. With only 3 outs left to go, Liverpool, even though they faced some what some would consider weaker pitching. Has only 3 hits in the game and 3 runs. Meanwhile, the Indians, who's facing Mathewson, is able to get 8 hits off of him and score 4 runs. All right, Heath will lead it off for Liverpool, who needs a base runner to try and get this game tied back up. The pitch to Heath, and he gets walked. So a leadoff walk will put that tying run right there on first with no outs as Joey Votto steps up. We know Joey Votto hit that 2-run homer back in the 4th. And here's the pitch to Votto. This is going to be a grounder to Pagan at third. He's not going to be able to get it to second. He's going to fire to first. Barely gets him just in time to get Votto out at first, but Heath was able to advance to second. So now the tying run is on second base with Joe Morgan up. Joe Morgan is hitless. He needs a hit here now to keep this inning alive. It's a high pop-up to first baseman Galarraga, who gets under that for the second out. So now the Liverpool Baseball Club with only 1 out left to go, as Mike Piazza will step into the box up to the plate. He is 1 for 3. He needs to drive that run in to keep this game alive. And this is going to be a hard grounder. Ramirez at short, who's able to fire to Galarraga in time for the 3rd out. And Liverpool loses, sadly, as the Indians are in Chico's division. Indians win it 4-3. I wouldn't have bet on that if you were giving me the best odds Vegas has ever given. Liverpool with only 3 hits and 3 runs, no errors. Cleveland, 8 hits, 4 runs, 1 error. Mathewson pitched 8 full innings. He gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 home runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. We had a bunch of pitchers, for Cleveland. I'm not going to sit here and go through them all. A few highlights that, not even really highlights, but Bruthers went 1 for 3. Votto went 1 for 4, but hit that home run, and Piazza had 1 for 4. Over for Cleveland, Ramirez went 2 for 4 and got a home run. Galarraga went 2 for 4 with a home run. The MVP of the game is going to Hanley Ramirez, who knocked in the 2 RBI shot to give Cleveland the go-ahead run. Injuries, Owen is out for today only, but Lynn will be out until June 11th. We're going to go to our next game. And let's see. We're going to go, is Bernie around? Is Bernie in here? Yeah, Bernie's here. Hi, Bernie. I didn't say you earlier. All right, so let's do Amazing at Vegas. But I'm going to get something to drink. And while we do that, we're going to get a word from our sponsor.
Hey, what you eating?
Cowboy Dick.
Hey, buckaroos, there's nothing like a little Cowboy Dick ice cream.
I want something. I've got a craving.
Yeah, well, how about some Cowboy Dick?
Sure.
All the cowgirls love my Cowboy Dick. And I should know, because I'm Cowboy Dick.
I like my Cowboy Dick with some nuts.
No problem, partner. Introducing Cowboy Dick, with nuts so big you can hardly wrap your lips around them.
My youngins love Cowboy Dick.
Ma'am, fill your posse with my Cowboy Dick.
Oh, Cowboy Dick.
Here, try it. How is it?
I can't talk. My mouth is full of Cowboy Dick.
She's smiling. She's smiling. Fill your mouth with my Cowboy Dick. Available in your grocer's freezer. Ooh, once you've had your first Cowboy Dick, you won't ever go back. When you're filled with Cowboy Dick, you'll scream, wee-yahoo!
All right, we're back. So let's play the Amazing at Vegas game. Somebody's going to have to talk to the marketing department about that commercial. right, we're at Dodger Stadium for the game between the Amazing Kitsoons and the Vegas Stars. Blue Moon Odom will start for Amazing. You can't make these names up when it comes to baseball, guys. He's made 12 starts on the year, and he's 4-6 with an ERA of 3.45. It's his first start against Vegas. He'll be opposed by Tex Houston for Vegas. He's got 10 starts this year. He's 5-4 with an ERA of 2.29. It's his first start against the Kitsoons. It's 69 degrees. Wind speed is 5 miles per hour. In from left field.
Play ball.
Let's take a quick look at lineup for the Kitsoons. Jimmy Rollins will lead it off, followed by Gary Maddox. Tito Francona will bat third. Bake McBride will be batting in the cleanup spot. Greg Luzinski will be batting fifth. In the sixth spot, John Kruk. Chase Utley will be batting seventh. Mike Schmidt will be batting eighth. And Bob Boone will round out the batting order. For the Stars, we have Ryan Braun in left field. He won't be there for very much longer, a couple more weeks. Cesar Cedeno is going to be in center field. Frank Robinson in right field. Will Clark at first. Dustin Pedroia at second. Jim Fregosi at shortstop. Evan Longoria at third. Brian McCann will be catching. And Tex Houston with 12 games, 10 starts, 90 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 80 hits, 23 earned runs. 9 of those were home runs. He's walked 11 but struck out 70. He's got a 2.29 ERA, 5 wins, 4 losses, and he'll lead it off against Jimmy Rollins, who comes in with a 2.18 average and 5 home runs. The pitch to Rollins.
Strike 3.
And the umpire had to think about that one, but finally called the strike to strike him out. Gary Maddox, 241 this season. 4 home runs. And I guess that was a hit. I didn't hear the hit, but I have no idea what the hell just happened there. If anybody knows, fill me in, but they're giving Gary Maddox a double for a ball that went into foul territory down right field line. That was extremely interesting. We'll keep our eye on that one and see what the hell's going on there. All right, well, Tito Francona will come up with a runner on second and only 1 out. He's got a 3.24 average so far this season, 8 home runs and 25 RBIs. Houston pitches to Francona. This is going to get into right field. Maddox will round third and make it home. Francona under the tag as the throw comes from Robinson to second base, but not in time. Double number 15 for Francona. Bake McBride comes up with a 2.59 average, 25 RBIs, and 5 home runs. Here's the pitch to McBride, and this is going to be a shot down left field, down the third baseline into left field into the wall. That's going to be a stand-up double for McBride as Francona comes home. So, and that's his 10th double of the season. So, a couple of doubles here to lead off for the Amazing Kitsoons. Greg Luzinski now going to take his shot at it with a 2.62 average, 4 home runs, and 22 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Luzinski. And this is a fly ball into shallow left field. Braun will come up and grab that one. McBride, not deep enough for him to tag and make it to third, will stay at second. 2 outs as John Kruk comes up. He's got a 2.14 average this season. No home runs. He's only got 28 at-bats. He may be filling in for somebody that's either tired or injured. The pitch to Kruk. And it's a grounder into left field. Braun will pick it up. McBride is going to round third, and he's going to make it home. Braun, unable to fire home from that shallow left field, is going to allow another run to score. So a RBI single for John Kruk. Chase Utley comes in with 196. 6 home runs and 28 RBIs. Kruk with a big lead there at first. And he's off. It looks like maybe a hit run. Pedroia will pick this up. Fire to Clark at 1 for the third out to end the inning. Mercifully, as the Amazing Kitsoons score 3 runs off of 4 hits. No errors committed by the Stars. Let's take a look at the Stars. I'm sorry. The Stars lineup. Dustin Pedroia will lead it off for Vegas. He'll be followed by Will Clark, who will then be followed by Frank Robinson. Prince Fielder batting fourth. Ryan Braun batting fifth. Evan Longoria batting sixth. In the seventh spot, Brian McCann. In the eighth spot, Cesar Cedeno. Shortstop, Jim Fregosi will round out the batting order. The amazing Kitsoons, we have Greg Luzinski in left field, Gary Maddox in center field, Bake McBride in right field, John Kruk on first, Chase Utley on second, Jimmy Rollins at shortstop. Mike Schmidt will be playing third. Bob Boone will be catching for Blue Moon Odom, who comes in with 12 games started, 99 innings pitched, 71 hits, 38 earned runs. 8 of those were home runs. Struck out 58, walked 37. He's got a 3.45 ERA, 4 wins, 6 losses. He'll face off first against Dustin Pedroia, the leadoff man for the Vegas Stars, who's batting at .292 this season. He's got 2 home runs so far. And Pedroia will knock a grounder to Schmidt at third. He'll fire over to Kruk. And unfortunately for Pedroia, as we all know, Schmidt happens. Will Clark steps up to the plate. He's batting .265. He's got 2 home runs. The pitch from Odom to Clark. Big fly ball into right field. McBride back to the wall, makes the grab. It's hard to knock him out of this field. But that was as close as you're almost going to get without going over, as McBride makes that catch for the second out. Frank Robinson with a .242 average. He's got 10 home runs already this season. The 1-2 pitch to Robinson. It's going to be into right field for a single. Gets past Kruk and Utley. McBride will come up, pick it up, and keep Robinson on first. Prince Fielder. He's only got a .212 average, but he's got 8 home runs and 23 RBIs. He comes up with 2 outs and a man on first. The pitch to Fielder. And this is going to be a liner to Kruk at first, who'll make that grab for the third out. So Vegas unable to get any runs across. 1 hit. No errors committed by the Kitsoons. As we go to the top of 2, Mike Schmidt will lead it off. Mike Schmidt batting .199. 8 home runs so far this year. The pitch to Schmidt. And it's a fly ball into left field. This is into foul territory, but Ryan Braun is going to get to that in time to make the first out. Bob Boone now up to bat for the Kitsoons. He's batting .288 with 5 home runs this year. The pitch to Boone. And he goes down on strikes. Big swing and a miss off the curve from Houston. Jimmy Rollins, we're at the top of the lineup for the amazing Kitsoons. It's the 0-2 pitch to Rollins. It's a grounder to Fregosi at short. He'll fire over to 1. Clark will glove that for the third out. We go off to the bottom of 2. Ryan Braun to lead it off for the Vegas Stars, batting .228 and 2 home runs so far this year. Braun goes down on strikes. And that'll bring up Evan Longoria, who's batting .195 this season. He's got 20 RBIs and 7 home runs so far. The pitch to Longoria. It's a grounder to Rollins at short. Fires over to Kruk at first. He makes the grab in time for the second out. Brian McCann comes up. .235 this season and 2 home runs. The pitch to McCann. He goes down on strikes. So 2 strikeouts there for the Vegas Stars. In that half of the inning, they go down 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, and no errors. For the amazing Kitsoons, Gary Maddox will lead it off. He's 1 for 1. He doubled off the wall in his first at-bat. This time it's a grounder back to the mound. Houston to Clark for the first out. Tito Francona. I feel like I'm pronouncing that name wrong. Francona comes up. He's also 1 for 1. He doubled to right center. He goes down on strikes for the second out. Fastball at the knees got him looking. Bake McBride, who's also 1 for 1 tonight. He doubled off the wall. Now to face off against Houston. And he goes down on strikes. Wow, big inning there. 1, 2, 3 go the Kitsoons. As we go down to the bottom of 3, the Vegas Stars will see Cesar Cedeno lead it off. He's batting .237 this season with 3 home runs. The pitch to Cedeno. This is going to be into left field, past Rollins at short for a single. Fregosi now up, who's batting on 242 this season with 8 RBIs and 1 home run. Cesar Cedeno is going to take a big lead off at first. Odom looks at him. And Cedeno's on his way. They're going to fire from Boone to Utley. Not in time. Cedeno gets in there for the stolen base. Fregosi with 1 ball. That's the count. That's not any other thing. The pitch to Fregosi. And this is going to get into center field for a double, an RBI double for Jim Fregosi. And that brings the Stars within 2. Dustin Pedroia, the leadoff batter for the Vegas Stars, coming back up for his second appearance as Fregosi stands on second. The pitch to Pedroia. This is going to get into left field for a single. Fregosi will have to hold at third, though. Schmidt made a poor play on that. Unable to glove that. Not an error, but a poor play, allowing the single by Pedroia. Will Clark, with no outs for the Vegas Stars, comes up. It's 0 for 1, but he's got runners on first and third. The first pitch to Clark. It's a grounder to Schmidt. He's going to fire to second. Utley will grab it, unable to turn the double play as Fregosi will come home. Now the Vegas Stars only trail by 1. Frank Robinson, who's 1 for 1, grounded a single in the first. Is the 0-2 pitch to Robinson. It's a grounder. Odom comes off the mound to try and field it, but he makes an error trying to get to that ball. Robinson reaches first on the error. Fielder, only 1 out, has a runner on first and second. He's 0 for 1 so far tonight. And he goes down on strikes for the second out. Ryan Braun, who's 0 for 1 tonight, now steps up with 2 outs and those runners on first and second. Odom checks the runners, fires to Braun, and walks him. 4 straight balls to Ryan Braun brings up Evan Longoria. Evan Longoria, 0 for 1 with bases loaded, 2 outs. He goes down on strikes. What a way to end that inning. But the Vegas Stars were able to get 2 runs off of 3 hits. And there was 1 error committed by the amazing Kitsunes. Here in the top of 4, we'll see Luzinski, Kruk, and Utley for the Kitsunes. Luzinski's 0 for 1. And the pitch from Houston to Luzinski. It's a foul ball. He'll get another shot at it. The 0-1 pitch.
Strike 3.
He goes down on strikes. That's the 5th strikeout by Tex Houston. John Kruk, who's 1 for 1. Houston to Kruk, and Kruk gets his second hit of the night into left field. Braun comes over to field it off the hop. But Kruk now 2 for 2 as Chase Utley comes up. The pitch to Utley, and big fly ball into right field down the line. Robinson at the line makes the grab for the second out. Kruk holds it first. Mike Schmidt with 2 outs, and Kruk standing on first gets the pitch from Houston, and he goes down on strikes. So Tex Houston having a good night on the mound. Ends that inning with 1 hit and no runs for the Kitsunes. Brian McCann will lead it off for Vegas. That's batter number 7. Then we'll see 8 and 9 for the Vegas Stars. McCann, who is 0 for 1 so far tonight, takes the pitch from Odom. This is going to get into center field for a base hit as Gary Maddox is out of the game with an injury trying to field that play. So we'll see Rick Monday come in to replace Maddox in center field. Cesar Cedeno, who got hit his last at bat with a runner on first and no outs, takes the pitch, and this is going to get into left field for another single. So Cedeno is 2 for 2 tonight. McCann makes it to second. Runners on 1 and 2 with no outs as Jim Fregosi comes up. He doubled to right center back in the third. Here's the pitch to Fregosi. This time it's a grounder to Rollins at short. McCann is off to 3. Rollins fires to Schmidt to get the lead runner. Fregosi will make it to first on the fielder's choice. So they get the lead runner, and now the Vegas Stars have runners on first and second as Dustin Pedroia, who's 1 for 2 tonight, the leadoff batter for the Vegas Stars. And this is a pop-up straight up the chute. Boone
Foul ball.
comes back, but not in time. That's going to get into the stands for a foul ball. So now Pedroia with a 0-2 count on him. And 1 out. The runners are off.
Poop.
Cedeno gets caught stealing. Well, let's see if we can figure out what the hell happened there. Pedroia struck out. Cedeno caught stealing third for the third out. What's that old saying in baseball? You never make the third out at third. All right, so we go to the top of 5. Boone will lead it off for the Amazing Kitsunes, who still lead the game 3-2 over the Vegas Stars. Boone 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. A hard grounder to Longoria. He'll fire across the diamond to Clark. In plenty of time for the first out. Jimmy Rollins, who's 0 for 2. The pitch to Rollins. It's a grounder to Pedroia at second. He gets it to Clark
Poop.
just in time for the second out. That brings up Rick Monday. Rick Monday, who came in for the injured Maddox in center field, getting his first plate appearance tonight, batting a .207 average. Nothing much left there to speak of for stats.
Strike
The
3.
pitch to Monday, and he goes
Yeah.
down on strikes, which kind of lets you know why he's the backup. We go to the bottom of 5, where the Vegas Stars still trail the Amazing Kitsunes by 1. Will Clark will lead it off for the Vegas Stars. So far tonight, he hits a grounder towards second base. Utley ranges over, is able to scoop that up, fire over to Kruk in time for the first out. Frank Robinson, who's 1 for 2. The pitch to Robinson. Big fly ball into center field. Monday back towards the track will make the grab for the second out. Prince Fielder. He's hitless tonight with 2 outs. This is going to be into shallow center field. Monday will come up, make that grab for the third out. We go to the top of 6 as the Vegas Stars go down 1-2-3. Tito Francona for the Amazing Kitsunes has 1 hit in 2 plate appearances. It's a grounder to Fregosi at short. He's going to fire to Clark. It's going to be a close play at the base. Oh, it's a throwing error by Fregosi that's going to allow Tito to get to base in time. That brings up Bake McBride. Bake McBride, who's also got a hit. No outs. Runner on first. The pitch to McBride. It's a grounder to Pedroia. He's going to fire over to 1. Did not have time to throw it to second to get the lead runner. So the lead runner makes it to second. The batter is out at first. 1 out. Greg Luzinski, 0 for 2. Low 2 pitch. It's a grounder. Houston comes off the mound to pick this one up. Fires over to Clark for the second out. Tito Francona will stay at second base. John Kruk is 2 for 2. He's having a good night. He singled in the first and then singled in the fourth. Here's the pitch to Kruk. And this is going to be a single into center field. That's his 3rd hit of the night. And that's going to allow Tito Francona to round third and make it home. John Kruk, kind of wondering why he's not in the game more often. Chase Utley, facing 2 outs, has Kruk on first. The Kitsunes now up by 2. The pitch to Utley. And this is going straight up. It might get into the stands.
Foul ball.
And it does. McCann cannot get to it. It goes behind home plate into the stands. Chase Utley now with the 0-2 pitch. And a fly ball into deep center field. Cedeno back towards the track will make the grab for the third out. We go to the bottom of 6. 1 run came across after 1 hit and 1 error. Ryan Braun, who's hitless so far this evening, faces off against Odom. The pitch, and this is going to be a liner to Rollins at short. He'll make the grab for the first out. Evan Longoria also hitless tonight. Here's the pitch to Longoria. And this is going to be over Schmidt's head into left field. Liner Luzinski making a sliding catch in left field to get Longoria out for the second out. Brian McCann, who has 1 hit so far tonight in 2 plate appearances, 2 at-bats. The pitch to McCann. This is into center field. Monday back to his right. He'll make the grab on the run for the third out. We go to the top of 7. Vegas Stars, 1, 2, 3. Mike Schmidt will start it off for the Amazing Kitsunes, who now lead by 2. 6 hits for the Kitsunes, 6 hits for the Stars, 1 error for the Amazing Kitsunes, 1 error for the Vegas Stars. Houston to Schmidt. Big fly ball left field. Braun on his way back. This is going to be real deep. This is over left field wall by Mike Schmidt. A solo shot home run for the Amazing Kitsunes. 352-footer into left field. Kitsunes now up by 3. No outs. Bob Boone, the 9th batter in their lineup, as Jim Brosnan is going to come in and replace Tex Houston. Jim Brosnan with 32 innings pitched this season, 31 hits, 9 earned runs, only 1 home run, 19 strikeouts, 10 walks, 2.53 ERA, 2 wins, no losses, no saves. And the pitch to Boone, he strikes him out for the first out. I see Jamie's in. Hello, Jamie. We'll get your game next. Brosnan to Rollins. He strikes him out. That's 2 big strikeouts in a row for Brosnan. This is what Vegas needs, who's trailing by 3 here at the top of 7. Pitch now to Monday. Oh, he gets the walk. So Brosnan, after striking out the first 2 batters he faces, walks Monday. And now he's got to face Tito Francona. Pitch to Tito. And he gets walked. Brosnan strikes out 2, walks 2. Now, Bake McBride, the cleanup hitter for the Amazing Kitsunes, with 2 runners on and 2 outs. And this is going to be a single into center field. Monday will round third. It's going to be a throw to home. He's caught coming home for the third out. We go to the 7th inning stretch. All right, we're going to take a quick look at that replay. Big fly ball into center field. Cedeno got the hop, fires home as Monday rounds third. McCann makes the grab, makes the tag for that third out. What a beautiful play there by the Vegas Stars. They are now up to bat. Batters 8, 9, and 1 for the Stars, who now trail by 3. Cedeno, who just made that big play from center field, he is 2 for 2 tonight. He lined a single between third and short, and then single to left center in the 4th. Faces off against Odom. And this is going to be a pop-up towards third. Schmidt will get under that one for the first out. Fregosi, who's 1 for 2, steps up to the plate. The pitch from Odom. It's a grounder to Rollins at short. He fires over to Kruk. He makes the grab for the second out. Back to the top of the lineup for the Vegas Stars. Dustin Pedroia. He's 1 for 3. Grounded a single back in the 3rd inning to Pedroia, who's going to... Oh, it's a grounder to Kruk. He's able to field that in time. Makes the run to the bag himself for the third out. Down goes the Vegas Stars again. 1, 2, 3. As we go to the top of 8, Luzinski leads it off for the Amazing Kitsunes, who lead by 3 in the top of 8. Luzinski takes the pitch, and it's going to get into left field. Braun will come up and field that one. That's a single for Luzinski as John Kruk, who's 3 for 3 tonight, steps into the box. Brosnan from the stretch to Kruk. This is going to be a grounder to Fregosi. He fires to Pedroia, who fires over to Clark
Poop.
for the double play, a 6-4-3. Chase Utley, 0 for 3 this evening. Takes the pitch from Brosnan.
Strike 3.
And he goes down
Yeah.
on strike. So that'll end that inning after that one hit very quickly. No runs, no errors. We go to the bottom of 8. Vegas looking to make up 3 runs to at least get this game tied. They start off with their second batter in their lineup, Will Clark. Will Clark, who's 0 for 3, looking for his first hit in this game, and gets it. It's into right field. A poor play by Utley. He didn't get to that ball. Allowed it to get by him into right field. McBride had to come up and field it. So Clark with his first hit of the night. No outs. It's Frank Robinson, who's 1 for 3 this evening. He grounded a single way back in the first inning, looking for another hit to keep this inning alive.
Strike 3.
But he goes down on strikes. A big swing and a miss off that big curveball by Odom. Prince Fielder steps up. He's hitless tonight. Boone is going to go out and talk to Odom. Not sure why. He just struck out the last batter.
Ball.
But I guess Boone may have gone out and told him to walk Fielder. I'm not really sure what the heck that was all about, but you see it all on this game sometimes. Ryan Braun, who's also hitless, now has runners on first and second with only 1 out. And it's a grounder to Rollins at short. He'll fire to Utley. Utley to Kruk. Another 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. We go to the top of 9. Schmidt will lead it off. Schmidt, who's 1 for 3. The pitch to Schmidt. And Fregosi makes a nice play to ball and fires over to Clark at 1 for the first out. Bob Boone, 0 for 3. The pitch to Boone. And big fly ball into left center field. Cedeno cover some ground to get to that one, but he gets it on the run for the second out. Jimmy Rollins, the shortstop for the Amazing Kitsunes, now up to bat, 0 for 4 this evening. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's a grounder to Longoria. He fires to Clark. It's going to be a close play at 1.
Poop.
He gets him just in time for the third out. We're off to the bottom of 9. No runs and no hits for the Amazing Kitsunes. No errors committed by the Stars. The Stars trail by 3. The Kitsunes have 9 hits so far in this game with 5 runs and 1 error. They've left 5 on base. The Amazing Stars have 7 hits, but only 2 runs, 1 error, and they've left 6 on base. Longoria to lead it off for the Vegas Stars, looking to get some base runners here. They have 3 runs to make up just to keep this game going. Grounder down third baseline, but that's going to be foul. So the 1-2 pitch to Longoria. And this is going to be a liner to Utley. He makes the grab for the first out. Odom starting to show some wear on the mound. He's got 136 pitches so far tonight, 6 strikeouts and 2 walks. Brian McCann comes up. Here's the pitch to McCann. And this is going to get into center field for a base hit by McCann. Monday will come up and field that one off the ground. Fire over to Rollins and holds the runner on 1. Cesar Cedeno, who's 2 for 3. Lined a single between third and short, and then single to left center. Brady Anderson will come in to pinch hit. That is a strange call from a batter that was really hot tonight. I don't get it sometimes, but he goes down on strikes. And now with 2 outs, their last shot here, they need 3 runs. They have 1 run on first, and now 1 at the plate. Fregosi, who's 1 for 3. And why am I not surprised about this? Bobby Bonilla will come in to pinch hit. But this is a big shot. This could get over, but no, McBride gets to it at the warning track to make the catch and end the game. The Amazing Kitsunes beat the Vegas Stars 5-2. Amazing Kitsunes, 9 hits, 5 runs, 1 error. Vegas Stars, 8 hits, 2 runs, 1 error. Odom went a full 9 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Houston went 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs. Only 4 of those were earned thanks to the error. 1 was a home run. He struck out 7 and walked nobody. Brosnan came in and pitched against for 3 full innings, 2 hits, no runs. Gave up 2 walks and struck out 3. McBride for Amazings went 2 for 4. And of course, Mike Schmidt happens, went 1 for 4 with that home run. Over for the Vegas Stars, McCann went 2 for 4. Cedeno 2 for 3. No home runs for the Vegas Stars. The MVP goes to Maddox. I'm sorry, MVP goes to Blue Moon Odom. My apologies. Maddox, who was injured, is out now until June 19th. So it looks like Monday we'll see some time at center field for the next few days. All right, so that's our second game. We're going to play one more game tonight. Since Jamie made it into the park, we'll go ahead and do the Florence at Tampa Bay. This has the makings of an extremely exciting game here. All right, let's go. All right, we're at Cleveland Stadium tonight where Florence will take on Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has won 5 straight, 9 of their last 10, so they're on a roll here as Jose Rijo takes the mound for Florence. He's made 11 starts on the year and is 3-5 with an ERA of 4.80. It's his first start against Tampa Bay. He's going to be opposed by Frank Tanana for Tampa. He's got 6 starts of the year. He's 3-3 with an ERA of 2.53. It's his first start against Florence. It's 73 degrees. Wind speed is 5 miles per hour, left to right.
Play ball.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Florence Firebirds. Barry Larkin to lead it off. Sal Bando batting second. Reggie Sanders batting third. Jim Pearsall will bat fourth. Adam Dunn in the 5th spot. Batting 6th, Brandon Phillips. Batting 7th, Ken Griffey Jr. Tim McCarver will bat 8th. And rounding out the lineup, Hal Morris. For the Deluge Dodgers, we have Don Baylor in left field. Matt Kemp in center field. Sixto Lescano in right field. Sam Crawford playing first. Ray Morgan will be playing second. Maury Wills at shortstop. Bill Madlock will be at third. Behind the plate catching tonight is Duke Sims. And on the mound is Frank Tanana. He's got 6 starts, 53 1/3 innings, 38 hits, 15 earned runs. 7 of those were home runs. He struck out 43 so far this year, walked 17. He's got a 2.53 ERA, 3 wins, 3 losses. Barry Larkin will step up to bat first for the Firebirds. He's batting on 184 this season. Tanana makes the pitch, and it's a leadoff single for Larkin. He gets this over Morgan's head and into right center field for a single as Sal Bando now comes up with a 236 average. He's got 2 home runs and 26 RBIs. Larkin not taking a very big lead off of first. This is going to be to the wall in right field, down the baseline. Lescano gives chase as Larkin rounds second. Bando off to 2. It's going to be a close play. He's under the tag and in there safely for his 15th double of the year. Poor play by Crawford allowed that double play. I'm sorry, allowed that double, not double play, but allowed the double. Runners now at second and third. Brings up Reggie Sanders batting 297, 3 home runs, and 9 RBIs. All right, here's the 1-2 pitch to Sanders. It's a fly ball into left field. Baylor underneath it. He bobbles it, but he ends up making the catch for the out. But while he was bobbling that, Pearsall was able to scramble home for the first run of the game. Bando will stay at second. Boy, the Tampa's trying to make this exciting. One out now for the Florence Firebirds. We see Jim Pearsall batting 194 this season, 1 home run and 4 RBIs with a runner on second. A wild pitch gets by Sims and allows Bando to get to third base. All right, so it's a 3-0 count to Pearsall. 1 out, runner on 3. Here's the pitch, and it's a grounder to Crawford at first. He'll fire over to Tanana, who's covering the bag off the mound. But in the meantime, Bando will scramble home for the second run. Adam Dunn will see the plate now, batting .250. 10 home runs so far this year. And 31 RBIs.
Strike 3.
Dunn goes down on strikes to end the inning. 2 runs off of 2 hits for the Florence Firebirds, who lead here in the first inning 2-0 over the Tampa Bay Deluge Dodgers. Let's take a look at the Deluge Dodgers lineup. Sam Crawford will lead it off. Bill Madlock batting second. Duke Sims batting third. Ray Morgan will be a cleanup spot. Frank Howard batting fifth. Sisto Lescano batting sixth. Don Baylor batting seventh. In the 8th spot, Maury Wills. And rounding out the lineup, Matt Kemp. In the field, we have Adam Dunn in left field. Jim Pearsall in center field. Reggie Sanders in right field. Hal Morris will be playing first. Brandon Phillips at second. Barry Larkin at shortstop. Sal Bando will be at third base. And Tim McCarver will be receiving the pitches from Jose Rijo. He's got 11 starts, 75 innings pitched, 80 hits, 40 earned runs, 11 home runs, 28 walks, 59 strikeouts. He's got a 4.80 ERA, 3 wins, 5 losses. He'll face off first against Sam Crawford, who comes in with a .270 average, 6 home runs so far this year. The pitch to Crawford, a pop-up to Phillips at second. He's back towards the grass. He gets under that for the first out. Bill Madlock, .221 this year, 4 home runs. The 0-1 pitch, and this is a grounder towards second base. Phillips is able to get to that in time, scoops it, throws to first for the second out. Duke Sims comes up, only a 179 average, not what you want to see from the third batter in your lineup, but he does have 7 home runs. He'll take the pitch, and this is going to be into center field. Pearsall to his right. He'll make the grab for the third out. Tampa goes down 1-2-3. We go off to the top of 2, where we're going to see batters 6, 7, and 8 for the Florence Firebirds. This little fence out here reminds me of when my kids would play short softball at a field that was too big for them, and they would always put up a fake fence in the outfield to show you how deep it was supposed to be. All right, Brandon Phillips will lead off for the Florence Firebirds. He is .237 so far this year with 3 home runs. Phillips with a grounder to Madlock at third. He fires over to Crawford. It's going to be a close play. Oh, it's a throwing error by Madlock. And that's going to allow Phillips to reach the base on an error. Wow. So Ken Griffey Jr., who's batting .208 with 18 RBIs. No outs. Phillips takes a big lead off of first. Tanana's a lefty, though. He's going to keep an eye on that runner. He fires over to one. Well, it was a bad throw, but Crawford was able to keep it from going too far. Phillips has to remain at first, holding a little closer now, not taking such a big lead off of first base. Ken Griffey still waiting for his first pitch, and here it is. And this is a pop-up into foul territory. Morgan gives chase to try and get to it. He's unable to as that gets into the stands. Ken Griffey Jr. with a 1-2 pitch. 1-2 count, is waiting for the pitch with Phillips still on first.
Strike 3.
Ken Griffey Jr. goes down on strikes for the first out. Tim McCarver batting .265 this season with 2 RBIs. 1 out. The pitch to McCarver. It's a grounder to Wills it short. He gets it to Morgan. Morgan fires to one, but not in time. McCarver will reach on a fielder's choice. The lead runner is out at second. That brings up Hal Morris to 67 this season. No home runs, but 11 RBIs. The pitch to Morris. Big fly ball into right field. Escano to the corner near the foul line. Makes the grab for the third out. No runs and no hits. One error committed for Tampa. We're off to the bottom of two, where Tampa will see batters 4, 5, and 6. Ray Morgan batting .356 this year. He's only got one home run. The pitch to Morgan. Big fly ball into right field. Sanders doesn't have to move. Makes the grab for the first out. Frank Howard, .215. Batting average with 5 home runs so far this year.
Strike
Pitch
three.
to Howard. He goes down on strikes. Big swing and a miss off that fastball from Rio. Sisto Lezcano batting .240 this season. He's got 6 home runs. And
Whoa,
pitch to
whoa.
Lezcano. He's going to get the free pass. So a walk with 2 outs as Don Baylor steps up to the plate with a .272 batting average so far this year. 6 home runs, 33 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Baylor. And Rijo comes off the mound to get that. Fires over to one in time to get Baylor for the third out. We're on to the top of 3 as Florence sees the top of their lineup. Barry Larkin lead him off. He's 1 for 1 because he grounded a single in his first at bat. This is going to be into center field. Kemp to his left. Under that for the first out. Sal Bando also lined a double in the first. And this is a grounder to Crawford. He'll pick it up, run it to the bag himself for the second out. Reggie Sanders, .297 so far this year. He's had a sac fly to left field, which scored the first run for Florence. Sanders, hard grounder, pass down the first baseline. Lezcano giving chase. Sanders will round first, head to second. Rounding second, heading to third. Lezcano will fire to 3. Madlock will grab it. Try and lay down the tag. Not in time. Sanders in there for a triple. So now with 2 outs, Florence has a runner on third as Jim Pearsall, who's 0 for 1, comes back up to the plate. The 2-0 pitch. Grounder to Crawford. Pick it up. Carries it to the bag. That's a 3 unassisted for the third out. At the bottom of 3, we'll see batters 8, 9, and 1 for the Tampa Bay Deluge Dodgers. Maury Wills will lead it off for Tampa, batting .197 and 1 home run. Pitch to Maury. He hits it to Bando. He fires over to first, just in time for the first out. We see the final batter in the lineup for Tampa, Matt Kemp, batting .255 with 3 home runs this year. The pitch to Kemp, and this is going to be another grounder to Bando, who fires over to Morris, and in time for the second out. So Bando seeing some action there at third base, sitting. We go back to the top of the lineup for Tampa, Sam Crawford. He's 0 for 1 so far. This is going to be a base hit, though. It gets into center field. Crawford with a single. Standing on first as Bill Madlock comes up. Bill Madlock 0 for 1. Crawford with a big lead off of 1. Possible steal. And there goes Crawford. McCarver throws to Phillips. And they catch him stealing for the third out. Wow. So that'll end that threat. No runs and 1 hit. No errors committed. We go to the top of 4. Dunn, Phillips, and Griffey due up for Florence Firebirds. Here's the 1-0 pitch to
Strike
Dunn.
3.
He goes down on strikes for the first out. Brandon Phillips now steps up to the plate. The first pitch from Tanana. It's a bunt to get on base. Madlock has to come up to field that one. No way near in time. Not even going to make the throw. Phillips bunts his way onto base with 1 out. Ken Griffey Jr., who's 0 for 1. Phillips taking a big lead off of first, but Tanana keeping him close. He fires over to 1. Phillips is caught leaning a little too far off the plate. So they pick him off at 1 for the second out. We are seeing just about everything tonight. Ken Griffey hasn't even gotten his first pitch, and they caught him trying to lean a little too far off of first base. The pitch to Griffey. A liner back to the mound. He'll glove that. Well, we have seen, again, just about everything tonight. We're to the bottom of 4, where Tampa will see Madlock, Sims, and Morgan this inning. Madlock 0-1. He's got a 2-2 pitch. It's a grounder to Larkin at short, to Morris, who gloves it at first for the first out. Duke Sims 0 for 1.
Ball 4.
And he's going to get the free pass from Rio. Ray Morgan 0 for 1 tonight. Tampa Bay with only 1 hit so far in this game. And it's a grounder to Larkin. 6, 4, 3. That's a double play. We go to the top of 5. McCarver will lead it off for the Florence Firebirds at the top of 5. He's 0 for 1. And it's a grounder to Crawford. Picks it up, carries it to the bag again unassisted. Crawford getting some action at first base. Hal Morris 0 for 1. The pitch to Morris. He goes down on strikes. We go to the top of the lineup for the Florence Firebirds, who now have 2 outs. Barry Larkin, 1 for 2. The pitch. Tanana off the mound. Picks it up. Fires to Crawford. What a great play by Tanana to get that 3rd out. And in that inning, no hits, no runs. They go down 1, 2, 3. To the bottom of 5 we go. Howard, Lescano, and Baylor all due up to the plate. Frank Howard, who is 0 for 1. And I'm not even going to keep repeating that because all these. Oh, it's deep into left field, off the wall. Howard with a stand-up double. That's the 2nd hit of the game for Tampa. Lescano, who was walked his last at bat, no outs. Runner on 2, and it's a grounder to Phillips, who fires to Morris at 1 for the out. So the batter is out, but Howard is able to make it to 3rd base. That'll bring up Don Baylor, trying to get some more hits on the board here for Tampa, and he does. It's in the right field, past Phillips at 2nd. That's a single-handed RBI for Baylor. Tampa now only trails by 1. Runner on first, 1 out. Maury Wills. The first pitch. Baylor's off and running. McCarver throws to Larkin, and they catch him stealing. My goodness, these catchers are doing a heck of a job keeping those steals down tonight for both teams. Maury Wills with the 1-0 pitch. And it's a hard grounder to Bando at 3rd. This is going to be a close play at first. But nope, he gets him in time for the 3rd out. Tampa able to get a run back. 1 run off of 2 hits. We go to the top of 6 as the Florence Firebirds lead the Tampa Bay Deluge Dodgers 2-1. Sal Bando, who has a hit in the 1st inning, back up to the plate. It's a grounder once again to Crawford, who, guess what, picks it up, carries it to the bag himself. Crawford earning his Gold Glove tonight. To Reggie Sanders, who's 0 for 1. He flied to left on a sac fly in the 1st, and then lined a triple down the first baseline in the 3rd. And a hard liner to Madlock, who makes a fantastic stretch to grab that ball. Looked like it was going to go over his head, but wow, what a fantastic catch by Madlock for the 2nd out. Jim Pearsall making his 3rd plate appearance. Hitless, remains hitless as he goes down on strikes to end the inning. No hits, no runs, no errors. The Florence Firebirds go down 1, 2, 3. We go off to the bottom of 6. We're going to see Matt Kemp, and then we're going to wrap around to the top of the order for Crawford and Madlock. Kemp looking for his first hit, and this is going to get over Larkin's head at shortstop for a base hit. So the bats are starting to come alive now for Tampa. As we hit the bottom of the 6th inning here, a single for Kemp. Sam Crawford, who does have a hit already this game. Matt Kemp with a huge lead off first base. There goes Kemp. McCarver throws to Larkin. But this time it's not in time. Matt Kemp does steal his base, his 10th of the year. So now Tampa with the tying run on second, taking a big lead off of second too, by the way. Is he going to try and steal third? That would be something to see tonight. The 2-2 pitch to Crawford. It's a dribbler down first base. Morris will pick this up, carry it back to the bag for the out. Kemp scrambles to third. So now with one out, that tying run standing right there on third base. Bill Madlock, who's hitless, just needs a sac fly here. And this is going to be a liner to Larkin at short, not the sac fly they were looking for. Kemp has to remain at 3. Duke Sims trying to knock that tying run in. Here's the pitch. A grounder to Morris. This is going to be, Morris can't field it. It's an error on Morris. So Sims reaches on an error. Kemp comes home. That's the tying run for Tampa. Sims standing on first with 2 outs. Ray Morgan also trying to get his bat alive for Tampa. And this is into foul territory off of third base into the stands. He'll get another chance. He's facing the 1-2 pitch from Rijo.
Strike 3.
And he goes down on strikes to end that inning. But the damage was done. Tampa able to score the tying run off of 1 hit and 1 error committed, which allowed that run to come home. We go to the top of 7. Both teams have 4 hits. Both teams have 2 runs. Both teams have 1 error. And both teams have left 2 on base. Adam Dunn will lead it off for Florence. Hitless so far.
Strike 3.
And he goes down on strikes for the first out. So that was the 6th strikeout for Frank Tanana. He'll now face off against Brandon Phillips. Waiting for the pitch. Here's the 3-2 pitch.
Take your
And
base.
Phillips gets the walk. So Tanana strikes 1 out and then walks 1. Ken Griffey Jr. steps up. Also hitless so far tonight. Phillips not taking a very big lead this time. Sims is going to go out and talk to Tanana. Calms him down. Trying to keep him focused. It's a pop-up behind the plate. Sims gets underneath it. He makes the grab for the 2nd out. Tim McCarver also hitless so far tonight. Tanana will fire over to 1 to try and pick off Phillips. Unable to do so. Phillips gets back in time. McCarver waiting for the first pitch from Tanana. Here it comes. It's a grounder to Wills at short. Throw to first. It's going to be close. He's out by inches. We go to the 7th inning stretch. All right, we're back from the 7th inning stretch. Let me catch up. Legends came in. I don't know if he's still around, but thank you, Legends, for coming by. You kept me up late last night trying to watch a little bit of that game, but I just couldn't stay for the entire thing. But I love I don't know if anybody ever finds this, happens by some miracle to find this stream by chance. Check out Legends Sports Universe. He does an amazing job with MLB The Show and all of the legend players from there, and also with, I don't know how he does it with that piece of crap Madden football game, but also does a fantastic job of that. Also, hello to Dwayne, another one you guys got to check out. He does some racing. Still waiting for that, Dwayne. I don't know if you're still here. Waiting for some more racing. But he also does some great replays using Digital Diamond. And I apologize, I forgot the name of the card game. You're welcome to put it in there. All right. Here in the bottom of 7, we're going to see Howard, Lezcano, and Baylor for Tampa, who was able to tie this game up this last inning.
Strike
The
three.
pitch to Howard. He goes down on strikes for the first out. Sisto Lescano looking for his first hit in the game.
Strike three.
He goes down on strikes. So Rio, with 105 pitches, just strikes out both batters that led off for here in Tampa. Tampa now sees Don Baylor come up. Don Baylor does have a hit, one of the 4 hits for Tampa. But this is going straight up behind the plate. McCarver underneath it.
Ball.
No, he can't get to it. It's into the stands. So Baylor gets another chance. The 1-2 pitch to Baylor.
Strike three.
He goes down on strikes. So this Tampa struck out 1, 2, 3. That was a quick inning for Tampa. We go to the top of 8. The game is still knotted at 2. Florence will lead it off with Hal Morris, their 9th batter in their lineup.
Strike three.
Pitch to Morris. He goes down on strikes. So now, all of a sudden, after the 7th inning stretch, we are seeing some, the pitchers are just, I guess they stretched. And they are on fire as Tanana now faces off against Larkin. And this is going to be a fly ball into right field. Lescano takes a couple steps back. He gets under that one. That's the second out. Sal Bando, he does have a hit. Here's the pitch, and it's a grounder. Wills makes a diving stop and then throws from the ground in time to catch Bando at first for the third out. What a fantastic play. As we go to the bottom of 8, Tampa will see Wills, Kemp, and then Crawford all at bat. The pitch to Wills. It's a grounder to Morris. He'll pick this up, run it back to first himself for the first out. Here comes Kemp. The pitch to Kemp. He goes down on strikes. So that's the 6th strikeout of the evening for Jose Rio. Now faces off against the first batter in the lineup for Tampa, Sam Crawford. Sam Crawford, who does have a hit so far tonight. Oh, a big shot into right field, down the line to the wall. Crawford will round first, off to second. The throw from Sanders. Not in time. That's a double for Sam Crawford, his 17th of the year. So Tampa, with 2 outs, has the go-ahead run standing on second base. Bill Madlock trying to knock that run in. And we are getting a call from the bullpen. Johnny Ruffin. He's got 24 2/3 innings pitched, 28 hits, 19 earned runs. 10 of those were home runs, 8 walks, 19 strikeouts, 6.93 ERA, no wins, 2 losses, and no saves. When you're relying on this as your from your bullpen, things don't look so good there. To Madlock, and it's going to be down into right field for a base hit. Crawford will round third. He's going to make it home. There's no throw to the plate. Tampa now leads 3-2 in the bottom of 8. 2 outs. Madlock gets that RBI single. He's on first base as Duke Sims comes up. The throw over to first. Madlock back in time. Here's the pitch to Sims. Madlock is off, and this is going to be a liner to Phillips at second. He'll make the grab. That'll be the third out. But the damage was done. 1 run off of those 2 hits. No errors. Tampa now leads 3-2. So now Florence, here in the top of 9, have 3 outs to try and make something happen. And Tampa's bringing in Dave Nelson to play second base. They're making a defensive adjustment. The pitch to Sanders. Big fly ball into center field. Back towards the fence. Kemp gets to it and makes the grab. That's the first out. Jim Pearsall, 0 for 3 tonight from Tanana. He goes down on strikes for the second out. So Tampa just with 1 out away of ending this game and taking another win. By the way, Adam Dunn has struck out all of his at-bats. So he's already got the hat trick. Will they bring in a pinch hitter? Frank Tanana with 107 pitches, 8 strikeouts, only 1 walk. I'm trying to keep the suspense alive just a little bit there for Jamie. Here's the pitch from Tanana. And he goes down on strikes. That's the end of the game. Tanana wins it with a final strikeout. Deluge Dodgers 3, Firebirds 2. Let's take a look at this box score. The Florence Firebirds had 2 runs off of 4 hits, and they committed 1 error. Tampa had 3 runs off of 6 hits, and they also committed 1 error. For Rio, he went 7 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of those were earned. Walked 2, struck out 6. Ruffin came in and pitched 1/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit, but no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Tanana went the distance for Tampa, 9 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Walked 1, but struck out 9. So a fantastic game there by Tanana. Batting, well, we had a home run there by Sanders for Florence. And Crawford went 2 for 4. Other than that, the hitting was marginal at best. Of course, Frank Tanana will get the MVP of the game. No doubt about that with that kind of pitching performance. Okay, that is 3 games tonight. We're going to take just a quick look here. I can't do 4. I'm done. However, we've got 4 more games to end this day, and then we'll finish out the week. And then that gives us Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to get 3 more weeks done. And that'll lead us into July, which, of course, is going to be the trade deadline. So we're getting closer and closer to that trade deadline. Anybody wanting to make some trades, get in there and get it done. Let's take a quick look at some standings. Dallas leads the Earth Division. Liverpool behind by 1 game. Berlin by a game and a half. In the Wind Division, Chico's maintains that 6.5 game lead over Lehigh. We were going to watch the Lehigh game, but I couldn't get to it. We got to some of the people that were here in the park. Canada leads the Fire Division by 5.5 over Lancaster. And in the Water Division, Hadley Lake leads Tampa Bay by 2. But Tampa Bay, as we know, is on a heck of a run. I believe they said, let's just take a quick look here for Tampa Bay. Well, I thought they said they won 9 of their last 10. Am I looking at the right? But that's not what I'm seeing here. I could have swore that's what it said in when we were in the game. Oh, I see. Maybe down here they won. I'm not sure. But at either rate, Tampa Bay is making a heck of a comeback. They were at the bottom of the division not too long ago. Here's some stats over here. Anybody wants to see that? Chico's leading in the batting. Canada in runs per game. Hadley Lake has the best team ERA. Lancaster is tied with Vegas for the best fielding percentage. I'm going to zip this up. I know that Bernie is definitely going to go tomorrow. And I believe Beatles is going to go tomorrow as well. So we should have lots of baseball on cap for tomorrow night. Let's go through some of these things. David Lando, thank you. Mike Silva. Oh, I'm sorry. Mike's saying he's going to play some now. So we're going to see some more baseball. I'll zip this up quickly, get it off to Mike. And yeah, we'll get some more baseball tonight. Fantastic. So maybe when Bernie goes tomorrow, he might already start the second week of June. If Mike finishes up tonight, he can just go ahead and maybe sim it through the end of this week. And we'll start on the second week. That'd be fantastic. But real quick, thanks, Mike, for doing that. I'll zip this off to you in just a second. Appreciate that. David, again, thank you. Bernie, thank you for coming in. Also, if anybody happens again to find this, check out Bernard Strom's Sports Replay. He does a lot of fun stuff on his channel. He does the Field of Dreams, of course, and he's also got some projects that he does. Jamie came by. I hope you enjoyed your win. Dwayne, thank you again. Legends. Carlos, thank you for coming in. Who are we missing? Oh, Raven was here. MV was here. He woke up with that commercial, which makes me wonder a little bit. Anybody else I'm missing? Big Clue was here. He got to see his game. He probably went to bed. His wife probably made him go to bed. Slashed was here. Thank you, Slashed. Wow, we had a pretty good crowd tonight. Will came by early. I don't know if Will's still around, but I appreciate that, Will. If you happen to hear this, thank you very much. Thanks to everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. I'm going to end this, get this zipped up quickly so Mike can get another one going. Lots of baseball tonight and tomorrow. Love the weekends. Good night, everybody.